So why does marketing in financial services have to be so freaking hard? My name is Jamie Rossi, founder of the Seven Figure Advisor. And this is one of the most common questions that I get and frustrations with agents, advisors that are on the program. They spend tens of thousands of dollars on marketing programs and they get no results. They get great big promises and they get no delivery, and they're left spending thousands of dollars and back at square one. And why does this happen? It's just very interesting. And I had this problem myself. Listen, when COVID happened, I was an in-person life insurance agent. Everything that I had in my pipeline was very much face-to-face, in person. And when COVID happened, that shut down instantly. And everybody, for the most part, in our industry was just waiting. I can't wait till we get back in person. I can't wait till we get back in person. And my thought at the time was, listen, I don't know that we're ever going to get back in person. Later on in our programs, we actually surveyed hundreds of prospects that we scheduled the appointments with, and 90% of them preferred to meet remote. This is just a year ago, even after COVID was over. So COVID obviously changed a lot of industries for the better. Some of them are more efficient. Some of it changed for the worse. Some advisors are still trying to get back to this in-person thing. But it's our belief at the Seven Figure Advisor that using technology to be efficient and using technology to work remote is the way of the future for financial professionals. We have guys on our programming meeting with people all across the United States. And sometimes they even make a trip of it. They might run a bunch of appointments in, California and then fly out to California for a week to meet everybody in person. Like, it is the way of the future. Absolutely. And that ties directly into marketing, digital marketing for financial professionals. And this brings me back to why it's so hard. Most of the people that I work with find that they have misestimated the amount of time, effort, and money that it takes to run a successful campaign. So they see an advertisement for somebody that works in financial services or markets for financial professionals. They sign up with them. They spend $2,500, and then they maybe have some leads roll in, or they have nothing roll in. But the reason that it appears to be so hard is that very few, if any, marketing campaigns are successful on the first round, on the first iteration. It cost me close to $15,000 to schedule one appointment, the very first appointment. And it was trial and error and improve a little bit and increase the things that work and get rid of the things that don't. It's kind of like baby steps, if you've got kids, the babies, and when they're growing up into toddlers and young adults, they take baby steps. It's very wobbly. They might fall down. They might have a hard time. They might go back to crawling. Marketing could be said to be very much like those baby steps. You get a little bit right, you learn from it, and then you go back in, right? You attack. Something happens that's non-optimum, and then you pull back out, you look at what happened, and then you go back in again. Marketing is like that. To get any good, successful marketing campaign, if you're starting from square one, if you've never marketed in that industry before, can take you, lost the mic, can take you $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $10,000 to start to see results. And then when you get a good result, you look at what created that result, you tweak the funnel, you tweak the copy, you tweak the call to action, you tweak the hook, and then you make it work again. So I feel like that for the most part, digital marketing, especially for financial services, appears to be hard because you misestimate the time and effort it's going to take. If I told you from the root it's going to take $10,000 and 4 months to start to see results, that would sort of set the expectation. Now, the secret that marketing companies in general won't tell you, particularly if they haven't done anything in financial services. Listen, like, this should be a checkpoint, a check in the box for you. If you meet with a marketing company, you're considering using them, and they've never run a campaign for financial professionals, with a couple very small exceptions, 100% do not do business with that company unless they are going to guarantee you results in writing. It takes thousands and thousands of dollars in ad spend, lots of copy adjustments, lots of call to action adjustments, image adjustments to get good results. So the idea that you're just going to go and spend $2,000, that might seem like a lot of money to you, but in the marketing world, that's next to nothing, right? And that's why it's important to work with a company that markets specifically in our vertical, whether it's final expense, life insurance, annuities, AUM, securities, you name it. You need to find a company that specializes in your particular vertical. Now, knowing everything we know about financial professionals, could I go over and help a chiropractor, for example, or a restaurant? Yeah, probably, because a lot of the things are the same in different verticals. But it still takes trial and error. It still takes ad spend. It still takes doing something, looking at the result, making a prediction, implementing the change, and then doing it again. And it takes that multiple times. So I think that's the reason why most people think marketing is so hard, is because they sign up one time, they run some Facebook ads, they don't get very good results, and then they go, I knew it. It was a ripoff. Facebook sucks. That's not the reason, okay? That's not the reason. It's because you haven't iterated, you haven't spent enough money, you haven't spent enough time and made enough changes to actually see what the audience wants and what the audience wants to opt into. Now, that's just the foundational problem. On top of that, we have this additional problem of the life insurance and financial services professional being a little salesy. We have some bad actors in the industry that don't act in the best interest of the clients that they're meeting with. That makes it even harder because we have that to overcome. And marketing has been diluted and become all about gimmicks versus what the actual product and service is. And so when you're running these campaigns, again, it's important to be involved with a group that does nothing but marketing for financial services, financial professionals, life insurance. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. They're all very similar. But even within this industry, I can tell you that we have very successful annuity campaigns that we run. We have very successful retirement planning quizzes that we run where we get the results and then we push those through to the CRM. And then you get all of the information about the person and you can call them, and they're very profitable. But the reason they're profitable is because financial services, annuities, AUM, they pay a high commission per close. We could take those same campaigns and get the same cost per click, run the same metrics as the annuity campaigns on a Medicaid campaign, and we're not going to get the same results because those are lower commission. Medicaid, you could argue, is a much more needed product or service than a financial advisor or a life insurance agent, and sometimes can be a side door into some of those more lucrative products and services that you can offer. However, you have to keep that in mind. So when you find a product that works, you want to continue to improve it. When you find a campaign that works, you want to continue to improve it. Listen, we've spent tens of thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of dollars in ad spend over the last year, finding exactly which templates work, what doesn't work. We've made all of the mistakes. We've spent all the money. We've done all of the trial and error. And those templates are absolutely free of charge to you inside the 7-Figure Advisor program. Once you're signed up and you're a member, you only have to pay for the ad spend. And let me tell you, the guys that are on our platform get leads for $6, $7, $8, $9, $10, $12 a piece versus paying a big marketing organization $50, $60, $80, $100 to get them leads that aren't even relevant. And this is one of the great things about the 7-Figure Advisor. We're not gatekeeping anymore. We're not holding back any secrets. We're keeping things from the advisors on our program and then marking it up and selling it for more. We're making available to you all of our successful marketing campaigns and everything we know about marketing in financial services. And we're saying, here you go. You run the ads, you put your card on file, we will get those ads generated into your system for you, and we're going to do it at cost. People are calling me crazy for doing this, but I'll tell you, we've got a really good team behind us. We're really efficient. And again, we've already done the hard work. We already know everything that works. If you're part of the program and we don't have your social media campaigns up and running yet, make sure you shoot us a message, support@7-fa.com. We will get you fired up in next to no time. We have a lot of other programs coming out. One of them is a content program where we record like 60 or 100 videos with you. We push those out organically. We run some of them as ads. We retarget people that have watched your videos and we get them to book with you. These are really high intent, high quality appointments. There's obviously an additional cost for that. But the sky is the limit with this stuff. If you have the right tools, you have the right campaigns, you have the right copy, the right images, the right calls to action, the sky is the limit with what you can do in financial services. A lot of the guys on our program are truly scaling, becoming seven-figure advisors in less than a year, in a very short period of time. And if you don't think that's possible, there are multiple success stories and testimonials all over this channel of guys that are doing just that. If you're not part of the program yet, I'll put a link in the comments. You can check it out. It is 100% risk-free. You can join. And if you don't like the program or you don't think it's worth the $497, all you have to do is ask us for your money back, and we're going to send it to you. No harm, no foul. We just want to ask you a couple so you can know how we can improve our service. That's all I have for now. Remember, marketing does not have to be a pain in the ass. It doesn't have to be hard. You have to do the right things, and you have to do them in the right order. And when you do that, you're going to find success.